Okay, so I got the beams done. Beams, beams. Got my plywood put in here. Got it all nailed up. So that is now a solid brace. I'll cut it probably at an angle. Someday. Probably someday soon because I'll hit my head on it before too long. So now I'm going to unload all the plywood. I have how many sheets? Holy cow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sheets. Is that right? I got one sheet to put there. Half a sheet. Half a sheet. One sheet. So I've got almost... Wow. I've got a lot extra. Oh well. It's good plywood. So I'm going to unload that. Get it out of the way. Bring the bucket truck in. And I'm going to hang... See that plywood there that goes along the bottom? I'm going to hang the rest of these. I'm glad I waited. But it's now time to put these in, which will tie this beam and this beam together. Then I can build a wall in here, 2x4 wall, that will run up to that beam. And then I'll be able to tie these together and make this beam connect to that beam. So essentially this beam will connect to this beam, which will connect to this beam, will connect to that beam. That's pretty crazy. It's a lot of 2x12x20s. But, so I'm basically borrowing the strength of all of my beams. I'm letting it share its strength with this one huge big square. So these floors will all, and the roof rafters will all share the load. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I like it. So I put the plywood up here. Ta-da! And I started to do it on the other side. Ta-da! So again, whenever you're working with sheet materials, it's nearly impossible to do it alone. So what I've done is I installed a ledger board in the bottom of the beam, and that way I can set the plywood on it. This one's not even tacked in yet. And away I go. So, pretty neat. I don't have anything else to say. That's it. It's funny how often in this project I review these videos and see myself having no energy at all. But, I mean, it's understandable. This particular weekend, I think I worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And on Friday, the only thing on this upper floor was the 4th floor. And I put in all the beams, all the upper posts, all these pieces of plywood, and this wall that I'm building here. So these studs were basically put in there kind of just to hold the seams of the plywood. I mean, they're not really holding any strength or holding any, holding anything up. So I would argue if those are actually necessary, but they're in there. So this gave me, I built basically this humongous square in the middle, 2 humongous squares in the middle of the garage that have just an unbelievable amount of strength, tying all those beams together. So I'm definitely not worried about that part of the garage being wobbly at all. So here I am on the other side, putting all the studs in, and then I go around up top. Here we are, and I nail them in. And it basically just gives me a place to really nail the plywood and actually make that lateral brace. So, yeah, thanks for checking it out.